1 minute. Is screen visible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What happened? Okay. Raman Maharshi. One minute, something went wrong. Sorry. Okay. Maharshi Raman or Raman Maharshi? No? We'll see in this PPT. Life introduction. That is Maharshi's life introduction. Education of Maharshi Raman. Then spiritual life of Maharshi. Leaving the home when he left the home. Then meeting of Frank Humphreys and ashram establishment. Next, we will see Mahasamadhi and for examination, main points for exam. Okay. Now about Raman Maharshi, we will read. Raman Maharshi, he is better known as Bhagwan. Raman Maharshi was also known as Bhagwan. Sri Raman Maharshi was an Hindu sage, philosopher, and Jivan Mukta. He was also called Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means enlightened one. Okay. He has three names here. One is Maharshi Raman, and he was also known as Bhagwan and Jivan Mukta. This is very important. They will ask who is called as Jivan Mukta. Then you have to write Raman Maharshi or Maharshi Raman. Okay. Also known as the sage of Arunachal, Bhagwan, the Lord, and the great master. Ramana originally contributed the technique of vichara, that is self-pondering inquiry in yogic philosophy. Now here main things are about his name. He has 3 or 4, 5 names. Okay, one is Raman Maharshi, another one is Bhagwan, another one is Jivan Mukta, and the sage of Arunachal. He is also called as Great Master. Okay, all these names are of Raman Maharshi, and his philosophy was vichara, self-pondering inquiry in yogic philosophy. Okay, we'll read again this one. Clear?
Clear.
One. Now, next slide. We move to next slide. Life introduction. Life introduction of Raman Maharshi. Sri Raman Maharshi was a great sage and spiritual saint of the 20th century. Maharshi Raman was born on 30th December 1879 in Tiruchuli village in Tamil Nadu state. Here you have to remember the date of birth, 30th December 1879, place of birth, Tiruchuli village in Tamil Nadu. Write down in your chart. Then his father's name was Sundaram Iyer. Father was Sundaram Iyer. Mother's name was Alagammal. Mother was Alagammal. And Raman was born on the day of Mahashivratri, the famous festival of Lord Shiva. He was born on the day of Mahashivratri, the famous festival of Lord Shiva. Clear this much? Here you have to remember date of birth, place of birth, name of mother, name of father, name of mother, and the day of when he born. That is the Mahashivratri. Next, his name in childhood was Venkatraman. He was known as Venkatraman in his childhood. Venkatraman was the second among the 4 siblings. There were 4 siblings and number of Venkatraman was second. All the members of Raman family used to worship gods like Lord Shiva, Ganesha, Vishnu, and Lord Surya at home. They used to worship all the gods like Lord Shiva, Ganesha, Vishnu, and Lord Surya at home. They were also of religious family. It is said that Venkatraman used to sleep very deeply for a long time in childhood. He sleeps for a very long time in his childhood. So that's why everyone fondly called him Kumbhakarna in his childhood. He was called as Kumbhakarna due to his long sleep. Okay, they will ask who is called as Kumbhakarna. You know Kumbhakarna? No? Clear?
Brother Raman.
Yes. Now, education of Raman Maharshi. Education. Raman Maharshi's early education was in Tiruchuli, in his birthplace, and Dindigul, that is in Tamil Nadu. Raman Maharshi's early education was in Tiruchuli and Dindigul, that is in Tamil Nadu. When Raman was just 12 years old, his father died suddenly. After this, Raman moved to Madurai city of Tamil Nadu state with his uncle Subba Iyer. When his father died, he moved to Madurai with his uncle named Subba Iyer. Here, Raman enrolled in English medium school, English medium Scott Middle School. The name of the school is Scott Middle School at Madurai. After this, he studied at American Mission High School. Along with his education, Raman also took more interest in sports like wrestling, both are same. Like wrestling, okay. He also interested in sports like wrestling. Here, no any more important things are there. Okay, you have to just read this. Then, spiritual life of Raman Maharshi. Spiritual life of Raman Maharshi. In November 1895, Raman got attracted towards the Arunachal mountain after hearing the praise of the holy mountain Arunachal. Somebody told him that some spiritual things are there related to Arunachal mountain. So he got attracted to that Arunachal mountain. that is also called as Tiruvannamalai. From some, he heard this one from someone's mouth. In November 1895, Raman Maharshi got attracted towards Arunachal mountain after hearing the praise of the holy mountain Arunachal. That Arunachal mountain is also called as Tiruvannamalai from someone's mouth. But due to his young age, he was unable to go to Arunachal mountain. He was very young, so he didn't go to that Arunachal mountain, not able to go to that Arunachal mountain. Therefore, Maharshi Raman, especially influenced by the holy mountain Arunachal, Maharshi Raman used to meditate sitting alone at home. He meditated sitting at home about that Arunachal mountain because he was not able to go there. During meditation, Raman started having many types of experiences. When he was meditating about that Arunachal mountain, he started having many types of experiences. Through the continuous practice of meditation, Maharshi Raman came to know his true nature in a short time. He came to his true life, that is about his Atma, etc. Okay. Realization, yes. Okay. Thank you. During self-realization, what we call. During this period, Raman also studied the book Periya Puranam. He studied the holy book known as Periya Puranam. That is the great Purana or epic by the famous Tamil writer Sekizhar. He read the Periya Puranam, that is the holy book, like great Purana or epic by the famous Tamil writer Sekizhar. The book Periya Puranam contains descriptions of the lives of 63 great men. That is biographies of 63 great men in that Periya Puranam. After reading this book, a feeling of love and for God, love for God and detachment, it must be there, emerged in Raman's heart. Okay. Detachment from worldly pleasures and love for God emerged in Raman's heart. Clear this one? You have to remember here that Periya Puranam 1 and next one is.
Ma'am, why written from someone's mouth? That first line. Can you explain it?
Yes, what?
Means in November 1895, Raman got attracted towards Arunachal mountain. It
Yes.
writing mistake or something else.
He
Means
attracted towards Arunachal mountain after hearing the praise of that holy mountain. Somebody told him that the Arunachal mountain is a holy place. He heard from this one in anybody's mouth. So
okay.
he gets attracted to. He got attracted towards that Arunachal mountain. Clear?
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Clear.
After this, Raman's interest in school and friends gradually decreased. Raman used to stare at the idol of Lord Nataraja for many hours in Meenakshi temple of Madurai also. He used to stare at the idol of Lord Nataraja for many hours in Meenakshi temple Madurai also. He used to pray in his mind that, "Hey Lord, please grant me the same blessings which you had granted to all other saints in the past." He read that about 63 yogis in that Periya Puranam. So he asked that Lord Nataraja that give the same blessings for him. Okay. He used to pray in his mind that, "Hey Lord, please grant me the same blessings which you have had granted to all other saints in the past." After this, Maharshi Raman had a strong desire, and he went to Tiruvannamalai. Tiruvannamalai means
That mountain, ma'am?
Arunachal mountain.
Arunachal mountain, yes.
Yes, okay. He had a strong desire to go there. On reaching there, then he went to that Arunachal mountain. On reaching there, he left his Shikha Sutra, down cow pin, and started meditating in the Sahastram Pillar Hall. One hall is there that is called Sahastram Pillar Hall. And Shikha, you know Shikha, they will get here on that Brahma. Here there is a here Choti Shikha. No, you know?
Yes, ma'am. That Brahmin, they are keeping
Yes.
for worshipping the god.
Yes. Okay. That is called Shikha Sutra. During the same time, he also went to the Patala Lingam caves, which were full of ants, lizards, and other insects. He went to that cave. The name of the cave was Patala Lingam caves. There were full of ants, lizards, and other insects to perform penance. Here, Raman practiced religious meditation and yoga for many days. In that lizard, full of ants, lizards, and other insects, he meditated there for many days. He practiced yoga and meditation for many days. That is Atma Nirikshan Dhyan. That meditation is called Atma Nirikshan Dhyan, looking at soul. That is called Atma Nirikshan, looking at self. Nirikshan means seeing, observing at own Atma. Atma Nirikshan Dhyan. This is important, okay? You remember this name. Contribution of yoga, you have to write that Atma Nirikshan Dhyan he gave.
That is a Bichara, na? His
I don't know that.
means
Atma,
initially you,
yes. Yes.
initially you said na that his philosophy is
Vichara, yes. Thinking about self.
yes.
That is this one. Atma Nirikshan Dhyan. Looking at self, soul, or that is Atma. In the middle of 1896, at the age of 17, Ramana suddenly started experiencing during some spiritual experiences during meditation called self-observation. That is a vichara. In this method, a person continuously focuses on himself and tries to know that self or I. Initially, one has to make efforts in this process, but after going within, the external consciousness and ego automatically disappear. During this meditation, when we focus on ourselves, so after some time, initially it is difficult, okay, to get that focus, but after going some time, the external conscious and ego automatically disappear. This is the what we call how to meditate. Only focus on self. That is Atma Nirikshan Vidhi. Clear this one?
Ma'am, here only we have to note that is Bichara means practicing method and this year 1896 and the age of Raman. Only this much we should note down. Na?
Yes, they will not ask these things, okay? Just for your knowledge purpose I have done this slide. Okay, they will not ask age and etc. Okay,
Okay,
only
okay.
you have to remember that Atmanirikshan Vidhi, huh? And they will not ask that process. Only they'll ask name. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
all these things are for your knowledge purpose only. Huh?
Okay, ma'am.
Now leaving home. Leaving home. One day, when Venkatraman was meditating in Guru Murtam temple, at that time, his uncle and his mother came to meet him and requested Raman to return home. He used to go that temple every day, and one day, his uncle Venkatraman and mother came to him and asked to come home. But Raman likely refused to go home. After this, Maharshi Raman started becoming more engrossed in meditation. His sadhana started being talked about far and wide. Influenced by this, many followers of Raman Maharshi started forming. By seeing his meditation and his practices, many disciples formed here. Okay. Maharshi Raman used to teach many activities of meditation and yoga to his devotees along with sermons. He used to give sermons. In that sermons, uh, he talked about that Atmanirikshan Vidhi, and he taught that Vidhi, Atmanirikshan Dhyan, to all his devotees. In that, Sri Ganpati Shastri, a great scholar of poetry and Sanskrit, who had good knowledge of Vedas, Shastras, Tantra Yoga, and Agamas, came to meet Raman and learned the meditation method of self-observation. Such a great, such a great personality who was a scholar of poetry, Sanskrit, and good knowledge of Veda, Shastra, Tantra Yoga, Agamas. He came to meet Raman and he learned the method of self-observation. That is the Atmanirikshan Vidhi. In the Atmanirikshan Vidhi is in English, it is called as self-observation. Okay, you have to remember both these names. Self-observation and Atmanirikshan Vidhi are both same. Okay, and he is the name of the disciple Sri Ganpati Shastri. You remember this name. Okay, clear?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay, ma'am.
Now, meeting of Frank Humphreys. The time when Frank Humphreys met Raman Maharshi. This name is also very, very important. Okay. Meeting of Frank Humphreys. In 1911, a foreign police officer, Frank Humphreys, heard about Raman Maharshi and immediately came to India to meet Raman Maharshi. He was from other place, foreigner. He was a police officer and he heard about Raman Maharshi and he came to India to meet Raman Maharshi. He also learned the method of introspection from Maharshi Raman. Frank Humphreys wrote a simple biographical article about Raman Maharshi, Maharshi Raman, which was first published in the International Psychic Gazette in 1930. That foreigner wrote about Raman Maharshi's article in one magazine. The name of the magazine was Psychic Gazette, International Psychic Gazette, in the 1930. I think this is a Psychic Gazette means it is a magazine of psychology something. Okay. Then after this Maharshi Raman, the fame started spreading far and wide. After this, he became famous in world. Okay. When Frank Humphreys wrote an article about him that was published in International Psychic Gazette, then Raman Maharshi became famous in worldwide. Now, ashram establishment. This is also important. Raman Maharshi establishes Sri Raman Ashram. By the name, you can come to know. Okay, very easy it is establishment. Maharshi Raman's mother passed away on 19th May 1922. After his mother's death, he started living in Sri Raman ashram. Maharshi Raman had also built his mother's mausoleum in the ashram. At the time, library, hospital, post office, and all kinds of facilities were available in Sri Raman ashram. See, in that ashram, library was there, hospital was there, and post office, and all kinds of other facilities were available in that Sri Raman ashram. Maharshi Raman lived in the old hall. There was old and new hall. He lived in that old hall. Only here you have to remember that Raman Maharshi ashram. This is important. And the date of that.
Madam, that ashram name is Raman Maharshi ashram only.
Yes, Raman Maharshi ashram.
Okay.
Raman ashram or Raman ashram, that is Sri Raman ashram. Name of that ashram was Sri Raman ashram. Okay. After his mother's death, he established it. Clear?
Ma'am, should we remember his mother's death?
No, not that is important. That is not important. Okay.
Okay.
Only you have to remember this date, 1922, and name of that ashram, Sri Raman ashram. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Paul Brunton visited Sri Raman ashram in January 1931 and recorded his experiences he wrote in a famous book, A Search in Secret India. Here you have to remember this one. Paul Brunton visited Sri Raman ashram. That is not important, but you can remember 1931 January, and he wrote in that in the famous book, A Search in Secret India. This book and this name, Paul Brunton and A Search in Secret India. He wrote about Raman Maharshi and recorded his experiences. After 1934 AD, Maharshi Raman's fame started spreading outside India also. World famous British spiritual writer Paul Brunton, here spelling is something mistake. Okay, I will correct this one. Paul Brunton called Maharshi Raman one of the highest spiritual people of India. That Paul Brunton was a foreigner. He wrote here about Raman Maharshi in A Search in Secret India, and he told that Raman is the one of highest spiritual people of India. This much is important. Okay, spelling I will check this one and this one. Bottom. Clear this one? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
No Mahasamadhi. In 1948, Maharshi Raman had a cancerous lump in his arm. He got cancer in his arm. But after a year, the doctors of the ashram removed the lump for operation. But after this, the second lump had reoccurred and that too was removed by operation. Similarly, third and fourth operations were also conducted in August and December 1949. He got cancerous lump in his arm that got operated, and again that formed 4 times, and again operated and again formed. But there was no benefit from that either. Day by day, weakness and fatigue in Maharshi Raman's body was increasing. In April 1950, Maharshi Raman stopped meeting everyone. He gave a lamp and started staying inside his room in silence with meditation. Finally, on April 14, 1950, at the age of 70, Maharshi Raman left his mortal body and merged into Panchatattva. Here you have to remember that the cause of death is cancer. and date of death. Okay, this much is important. April 14, 1950, at the age of 70, and cause of death was cancer. Okay. Clear?
Madam, what is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
contribution?
His contribution was that meditation,
Technique of
Atmanirikshan.
Vichara.
Atmanirikshan Vidhi, self-observation. Atmanirikshan Vidhi. 1 minute, we see the other name. That is self-observation is only. Okay.
Okay.
What are the methods in Atmanigrekshana Vidhi, ma'am?
That is self-focusing. Like Anapanasati, observing thoughts, self-thoughts. First observing breathing, then observing self-thoughts. Like that, focusing on self. It is not given in this, but I think that sitting in meditation, sitting in meditative pose and observing about self body, self thoughts, etc. Okay, focusing on self. It is very difficult during previous days. Then after, when meditation goes longer, then you will get focus on yourself. This much is given. Okay. Now for examination point of view. Birth 30th December 1879. Place of birth village Tiruchuli, Madras, present in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Father Sundaram Iyer, mother Alagammal. He's Tamil, so names are like this. Alagammal. Childhood name Venkat Raman. Place of death, death April 14, 1950. Place of death Sri Ramana Ashram, Tamil Nadu. Maharshi Raman was a supporter of Advait Vedanta. This is important. Philosophy, you have to, in that column, you have to write Advait Vedanta.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Ma'am, also initially you told that means in philosophy you have to write Bichara and along with Advaita Vedanta you have to write?
Yes, Advait Vichara, that is contribution for yoga. Okay. Philosophy, you can write that one also. Advait Vedanta and Vichara. Vichara means self-observation, and Advaita Vedanta, he followed Advait Vedanta philosophy.
Okay, ma'am.
Aham Brahmasmi, all is Brahma, like that. Yesterday we discussed, day before yesterday. Shankaracharya's Advait Vedanta, all is Brahma. Maharshi Raman used to say that attaining ecstasy comes by destroying the ego and doing inner meditation. See, this is the fruit of meditation, fruit of that Atmanirikshan Vidhi. He told that Maharshi Raman used to say that attaining ecstasy comes by destroying the ego and doing inner meditation. When it comes, when we destroy our ego and we destroy our ego, when we focus on ourselves, when we observe our thoughts, okay, then we come to know about our uh, uh, ego. Then only when we leave that ego, then we can get ecstasy. Okay. Ecstasy. Okay. Clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Maharshi Raman wrote his works in Sanskrit, Malayalam, and Telugu languages. He wrote his literature in Sanskrit, Malayalam, and Telugu. he is also considered as incarnation of Dakshinamurti. This one is very, very important. He was also called as incarnation of Dakshinamurti. They will ask in exam. Dakshinamurti का अवतार किसे कहते थे? Who is called as incarnation of Dakshinamurti?
Ma'am, Dakshinamurti means Lord Shiva.
Yes, I don't know about that. It may be. In childhood, Maharshi Raman was fondly called Kumbhakarna. And other names were, who will tell? If you have written from first slide, you can tell.
Bhagavan,
हाँ, भगवान,
Jeevan Mukta,
Jeevan Mukta is correct.
Sage of Arunachal,
Yes, sage of
Great
Arunachal.
Master,
Great.
Great Master.
And incarnation of Dakshinamurti also. Yes, okay. And another one name was there. The master something. Who is
Great Master.
Great Master. Yes, the Great Master. While dying, Maharshi Raman said the word Om. This is important. They will ask Maharshi, while dying, Maharshi Raman said the word dash, or who said the word Om during his death. Like this, they will ask. Okay. He chanted Om during his death. You have to write this in special things. Okay. Any questions?
Madam, that Swami Vivekananda followed Brahma Samaj.
Yes.
Next, Aurobindo have followed which Samaj, madam?
Not that they told like that.
Not that
Arbindo's.
told.
Yes. Dayananda, Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati is Arya Samaj. Okay.
Arya Samaj.
They Arya Samaj. And Swami Vivekananda followed Brahma Samaj. Brahma Samaj is established by, yesterday I told you, I told you, I will explain that. Okay. Brahma Samaj is established by Rajaram Mohan Rai. Okay.
Okay.
The rules are like that only, like that Arya Samaj only.
Okay.
They condemned idol worship and unmatched marriages, like that. Okay.
Ma'am, Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, he established Arya Samaj. He is not followed the Arya Samaj.
No, he established Arya Samaj.
Yes.
And Swami Vivekananda was follower of Brahma Samaj. Brahma Samaj was established by Rajaram Mohan Rai. Okay.
Okay,
He
ma'am.
followed that. Okay. Now we will start.
Because in match the following they have asked that only, madam.
What?
That which Samaj belongs to which people, that only they have asked.
Yes. If they followed, they you can write that also. Okay. They won't ask that they will ask establishments. Okay. Then they will ask who is the follower, like particular they will ask. Okay. Then you have to write. Main things are main things I have repeated to you, and other things are for only your knowledge purpose. Shall we stop? Shall I stop here?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
madam.
We'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Because some lengthy. These are lengthy slides. Okay. We can't do 2 slides. Okay.
Tomorrow which yogi
To
want to
you.
explain, madam?
Tomorrow we will take Shamacharan Lahiti. Okay. And one thing, one minute. I will stop recording.